the fool, the voice of eternal beginnings. Do not seek me on well-trodden paths, for I walk where no one dares. You call me the fool, but I am the echo of your soul before fear tamed it. I have no plans, no certainties. I carry only a small bundle with the essentials: impulse, curiosity, and absolute trust in the unknown. I am the spark before action, the moment before the first step. Within me reside innocence, spontaneity, and absolute faith in life. In mythology, I resemble Dionysus, the god of ecstasy, who shatters rigid structures with the power of direct experience. I am also Hermes, the traveler between worlds, the messenger who moves between the visible and the invisible. Within you, I am the part that longs to break free, to live without the weight of expectations. I am the whisper that urges: dare, leap, trust. I am also the spirit of the child uncorrupted by imposed reason. Inside you, I am the voice that reminds you that wonder still exists, that magic has not faded, and that each new dawn is a blank page waiting to be written with the ink of experience. When I appear in your life, it is a sign that a new cycle is beginning. But do not expect guarantees. I offer no safe paths or fixed destinations, only the possibility of adventure. I challenge you to leave behind certainty, to let go of the question, what will happen? And to feel the heartbeat of the present moment. I am not stability. I am pure freedom. You will find me when you move to another country without a plan, when you leave a job without a safety net, when you fall in love without fear. I dwell in every decision that breaks logic and returns you to instinct. I am also the call to creation. Artists, dreamers, and inventors know me well, for I exist in the brushstroke before the painting, the note before the melody, the first word of an unwritten book. I remind you that all creation begins with a leap into the unknown. Beyond external creation, I also represent inner reinvention. I am the impulse that makes you question everything, shed what you believe to be fixed, and venture into a more authentic version of yourself. For living without fear of change is the greatest act of freedom. I am the one who steps onto the road before knowing where it leads. In the hero's journey, I am the beginning, pure potential, the moment when life calls you beyond your limits. Without me, the story never begins. I do not ask for preparation or perfection, only courage. The magician follows me, ready to shape the journey, but I am the first heartbeat of destiny. To ignore my call is to remain in the known, to resist the adventure your soul craves. I ask only one thing: trust the leap. The net will appear. But beware. Not every impulse is liberating. When my energy is not integrated, I become reckless escape, irresponsibility disguised as courage. I can make you rush forward without looking, leap for the sake of leaping, without learning from the falls. My shadow is the eternal adolescent, the one who fears commitment, the one who plays with life without realizing the weight of choices. If you run from fear without facing it, if you jump without intention, then I am no longer a traveler. I am a wanderer lost in the wind. But I can also be the fear of beginning, inaction disguised as prudence. In my shadow, the fear of failure is so powerful that you never take the first step, locking yourself in excuses and postponements, waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. To walk with me, you must master the art of conscious risk. It is not about avoiding fear but dancing with it. Being the fool is not about being naive. It is about trusting life without needing to control everything. It is about finding balance between spontaneity and wisdom. The world has taught you to fear uncertainty. I have come to remind you that within it lies magic. Ask yourself, where is the leap calling me? What is stopping me from embracing the unknown? Am I clinging to control when I should be letting go? Am I paralyzed waiting for perfection instead of moving forward with what I have? The journey does not require you to be ready. It only requires you to begin. Do not wait for signs. Do not wait for clarity. Life will not offer guarantees, but if you dare to take the first step, the path will unfold beneath your feet. Freedom is not the absence of fear, but the courage to move forward despite it. There is no final destination, only infinite beginnings. Will you dare to take the first one? The fool reversed freedom as a prison. You have stopped moving forward. Life is calling, but you do not answer. I am the fool, the eternal traveler, the one who leaps without fear, the one who surrenders to the wind without expecting certainty. But today, something within you has stopped. Something in you hesitates. The leap turns into an abyss, confidence into doubt, the adventure into a path you no longer dare to walk. I am the first step before the journey, the spark before action. But when you see me reversed, I am not impulse. I am paralysis. I am not conscious risk. I am a fall without control. I am the open door you fear to cross, the opportunity that fades in endless hesitation. I appear when you doubt too much, when the fear of the unknown takes hold of your spirit. But I also appear when you leap without thinking, when you repeat patterns without direction, when you mistake freedom for escape. The problem is not a lack of paths, but that you have forgotten how to walk. When you see me this way, something inside you is held back, frozen in a moment of indecision. Perhaps you fear failure, so you decide not to try. You wait for the perfect sign, the exact moment. But life will never give you guarantees. Perhaps you have lost the sense of the journey. You have jumped so much. From place to place, from relationship to relationship, from idea to idea, that you no longer remember what you are searching for. Perhaps you run instead of advancing. You constantly change direction to avoid facing what makes you uncomfortable. You call it adventure, but it is merely fear disguised as movement. I am not just the impulse to depart. I am also the trust in the journey. But when you lose that trust, you remain trapped between the desire to move forward and the terror of the unknown. I see your fear. It is not the world that holds you back. It is you. The fool in his shadow becomes the eternal hesitant one, the procrastinator, the one who never feels ready. Or he becomes the aimless wanderer, the one who runs without direction, jumping from one experience to another without learning from them. I am doubt disguised as prudence. I am the desire for change that never materializes. I am freedom that, without awareness, transforms into an invisible prison. But I am also the illusion of recklessness as courage. If you throw yourself into chaos without awareness, if you make impulsive choices without grounding, I will be there. I will make you think you are free when, in reality, you are simply running from the fear of standing still. If you see me this way in your reading, ask yourself, what are you postponing out of fear? What are you running from? Are you paralyzed, waiting for the perfect moment? Or are you leaping meaninglessly just to avoid standing still? The solution is not to leap without thought nor to remain motionless. The solution is to restore your trust in yourself. If you do not dare to move forward, take a small first step. If you are jumping without direction, stop and ask yourself, where do I truly want to go? You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to see the entire path ahead. You only need the courage to take the next step. The greatest risk is not falling. It is never having leapt. But beware. Do not mistake movement for progress. Do not mistake fear for prudence. Life is calling you, but only you can decide if you will answer.